want to talk, and it's one of those days for me. It's a rainy day yet again. I hope I don't have to use my wipers. And I want to talk about like moving on. Of course, that's what I always talk about. But I've been like so deep in thought, just lately about like moving on and how much it takes, and like really just the fear of moving on, and why we oftentimes hold on to people and relationships, and why we don't like actually take those steps because of fear. And all right, so picture this, like you're in a relationship and it's going bad for so many reasons, and it's really not what you want. It's not where you want to be. Maybe it's toxic. It's not you're not getting the results that you want. And you might hear like a lot of things saying to work it out, and then you might hear a lot of things saying like it's time for you to move on, it's time for you to move forward. But like even when that fear holds you back for 1,000 reasons. Like you don't know, you're afraid of what's next, and you don't know like what the outcome will be. You moving on, you're afraid of losing. You want all of that pain and all of that time that you spent with that person to kind of pay off. You want that history, you want that investment that you made to turn into something. Because if you have to walk away from it, then that's kind of like admitting to everybody who told you that it wasn't any good for you that they were right. Or it's kind of like admitting to yourself that you really messed up by choosing this for so long. And then you go through this cycle of beating yourself up and trying to find the good in it, hanging on, and like doubting yourself and not really going for what you want. And then you kind of end up stuck, really. And I found myself like this, like because I went through so much in a relationship. I'm not talking about a specific relationship. I'm talking about like, in any given situation. Like I kind of put myself all the way in. I invest. I become obsessed. I take my time with a person and I put so much into it that I'm afraid of losing that investment, and I'm afraid of losing that future that I thought was there. Whether it's a friendship or an intimate relationship, I kind of just take it as like, if I walk away, then what everybody thought about him or her was right. And if I leave it alone, then, sometimes you think like they're gonna be with somebody else, and that's painful. Trust me, like when you see all your hard work go to them investing in another relationship, that's some fear and some worry and some anxiety. But the truth of the matter is that you have to remember what you want for your life and who you want to be, and the goals that you set forth, whether it's relationship wise or career wise. Because like the people that you involve yourself with and the things that you hold on to, that's what affects I'm being beeped at. The people that you hold on to, that's what affects like how you get the outcomes that you want in your life. Like, so if you're not in a good relationship, you know what I mean, that's definitely going to affect your career. Like if you have something that's like affecting your nights, that's going to affect your days and your results, right, ultimately. But if you have people around you that are motivating you and are pushing you and encouraging you and they're positive, that's going to affect your days and your goals. and how things move forward. So once you begin to focus on what you really want and who you want in your life, and you think about all those fears, you kind of have to forget. You have to just forget about what you thought they were going to be. Forget about what you thought the situation was going to be. Forget about like that future that you two had. Forget about all those great memories from the past that are no longer in the present. Forget about all that, and remember that you love yourself enough to accomplish your goals no matter what. Remember that you can't be your best self if you have this toxic person stealing your energy. You can't like, when people look up to you, you can't just stay in that situation. And like, when people really care about you, they don't want to see you hurting like that. So like, essentially, you're kind of letting them down by staying in a situation that doesn't serve you. You can't be who you are for your future and for your purpose and for your goals and for your intentions if you're not being true to, and you're not remembering those things. So you gotta forget about what you thought it was in order to get through fear, and remember what it's supposed to be, and stay obsessed with that. At this point, I'm obsessed with what I need and what I want and who I need to be for the people that are counting on me. I'm obsessed with that more than I'm obsessed with that relationship and how it's supposed to be. Because if it ain't that, then it may never be. But I know that in order for me to be the best that I can be, that sounds so crazy or so corny. In order for me to live like at my greatest level, I cannot hold on. I absolutely must move on. So, thoughts in the comments. Peace, y'all.